Listen closely, chosen one. If you've paused to read this message at this exact moment, trust me when I say it's no coincidence. Something incredible happened a few weeks ago, something you probably brushed off without thinking twice, but the impact of that action reached far beyond what you could ever imagine. In fact, it reached celestial dimensions so high that even the Creator himself noticed and stopped to observe. What you did, though seemingly small and insignificant to you, actually had an enormous spiritual consequence. You, without knowing it, saved an angel. I'm not talking about a metaphor or a poetic expression to make you feel better. I'm speaking of a very real, very critical moment in the spiritual realm where your simple kindness helped prevent a catastrophe in the celestial world. And I'll explain how you did it, step by step. But first, let me tell you what was at stake in the first place.
In the realms where angels dwell, there are wars that are never visible to the human eye, conflicts that shape the very fabric of the universe. These wars are about much more than power. They're about the energies of light and darkness, love and hate, compassion and despair. And sometimes, an angel can find themselves in a battle so intense, so dangerous, that they become lost. Not in the way we think of being lost on Earth, but in a much deeper, cosmic way. This particular angel you helped was on the verge of fading out of existence. He wasn't lost like you might lose your keys. He was lost between dimensions, trapped in a frequency that straddled the line between the physical world and the celestial realms. You see, when an angel loses their connection to the higher planes, they start to weaken. Their energy dims, their essence falters, and without intervention, they can become a shadow of what they once were, nothing more than a husk of their true self. It's a fate that would have been irreversible if not for you. But here's the crazy part. You didn't know any of this. You didn't see the angel. You didn't hear any celestial bells or experience mystical visions. No glowing wings, no golden halos. The divine realm doesn't always reveal itself in ways we expect. Angels in crisis like this one often appear in the most mundane of human situations, wearing human-like forms, hidden in plain sight. And it's here that your unique energy comes into play. Before we get too far ahead, I want you to pause and think back. Can you recall a time recently when you helped someone or something without a second thought? A moment where you extended a hand simply because it felt like the right thing to do? Maybe it was a stranger who needed directions, or a coworker who was going through a tough time, or even an animal that needed help. You didn't do it for recognition, not for any selfish reason. It was pure kindness, the kind of compassion that comes from the depths of your heart. What you didn't realize is that in that moment, you were standing face to face with a lost angel. This angel had projected himself into that situation to see if anyone would notice, if anyone with a pure heart would step in to offer assistance. He couldn't tell you the truth. He couldn't reveal that he was an angel because if he had, your compassion might have been motivated by curiosity or awe rather than genuine care. The real key to his salvation was the purity of your intention. You might be thinking, how could something as simple as that make a difference? Well, here's where the divine timing comes into play. Your compassionate energy, your willingness to help, acted like a spiritual defibrillator. It jump-started a dormant frequency within him that began to restore his connection to the higher realms. And just like that, without you even realizing it, you gave him the chance to return to the celestial dimensions. In fact, it wasn't just any act of kindness. It was your specific vibration, the frequency of your heart that allowed him to reconnect. It was the genuine purity of your compassion that made him stronger, that allowed the light within him to flicker back on. You didn't just help him. You literally saved him from spiritual death. And let me tell you, this wasn't just an important moment for him. It
was also incredibly significant in the grand cosmic design. So, what does this all mean for you? How does this affect your life? Well, let me assure you, what you did was no small feat. You didn't just make a difference in one life. You made a difference in the balance of light and darkness itself. Stay with me as we uncover the details of this celestial event, and I'll reveal just how far-reaching your actions truly were, and why God Himself was so impressed by you.
Because the story doesn't end with you helping one lost angel. No. What happened in those few moments has set in motion a new chapter in your life. A chapter that will change everything you thought you knew about your purpose and power in this world. To truly understand what happened when you saved that angel, you need to grasp the magnitude of the situation he was in. Angels, unlike humans, exist in realms beyond our physical understanding. They aren't just ethereal beings with wings and halos. They are living frequencies of divine energy, each one created with a unique purpose: to protect, to guide, and to maintain the balance between light and darkness. But even they can falter. Even they can get lost. And that's what happened with the angel you unknowingly helped. The celestial realm, the dimension where angels reside, is not a fixed space. It is a fluid, ever-shifting reality of pure energy and divine essence. The lines between the physical world and the spiritual dimensions are often blurred. For centuries, this angel had lived as one of the guardians of humanity's emotional and spiritual well-being. But a great battle had changed everything for him. This battle wasn't like any war fought on Earth. It wasn't between countries or ideologies. It was a spiritual war, fought in the unseen realms that influence everything in our world. The stakes were nothing less than the soul of humanity itself. And in this battle, the forces of darkness tried something they'd never done before, something so diabolical that it threatened to change the balance of the universe. The dark forces, determined to weaken humanity's connection to divine love and compassion, devised a strategy to target the very source of hope in the world. They wanted to break the very spirit of humanity, to create a world where light had no place and where despair ruled. This angel, who had fought against this darkness for over 500 years, was one of the primary protectors of humanity's emotional frequency. His role was to keep compassion alive, to prevent hatred and despair from taking root in the hearts of men and women. For centuries, this angel worked tirelessly, quietly, behind the scenes, ensuring that humanity continued to feel love and empathy. He worked to block the dark forces, to keep open the channels of light, so that moments of kindness, hope, and connection could continue to flow into the world. He was like a quiet sentinel, ensuring that the human heart would not fall into eternal darkness. His efforts were invaluable, and without him, many of the good deeds you take for granted, acts of love, kindness, and compassion, would have been far rarer, far less common. But one day, during one of the most intense battles between light and darkness, something went terribly wrong. The forces of darkness unleashed a weapon unlike anything the angels had encountered before. A dimensional explosion. Imagine being torn from your home, ripped out of the very fabric of your existence and thrown into a void. That's exactly what happened to this angel. He was flung into a state of spiritual limbo, a place between dimensions, where time and space lose meaning. He couldn't go back to where he came from, and he couldn't fully manifest in the physical world. At first, this wasn't an immediate threat. He could still influence the world, albeit in small, subtle ways. He could guide people's thoughts, perhaps inspire a moment of kindness or a spark of compassion in someone's heart. But he was trapped in a limbo. He wasn't truly living, and he wasn't truly dead. He was lost in between, like a signal that could barely be heard, like a star slowly dimming as its energy was drained. As the days passed, the situation grew more dire. Without access to his full angelic power, the light that defined his very essence began to fade. His connection to the higher realms weakened. Every moment he spent in this between space, he lost a little more of his light, and with each passing hour, he moved closer to his ultimate fate, becoming an empty, corrupted shell of what he once was. If he lost all his light, he would be nothing more than a hollow entity, completely vulnerable to the forces of darkness. He would be nothing more than a weapon of evil, a corrupted angel who could no longer remember his true purpose. And the dark forces knew this. They waited eagerly, knowing that if they could keep him lost long enough, he would fall into spiritual death. At that point, he would be a tool for their destruction, a being with angelic knowledge and power, but under their complete control. It was a calculated attack, one that could have had catastrophic consequences for the universe.
The celestial hierarchies, the angels' leaders, immediately mobilized. Archangels traversed entire dimensions searching for him. Seraphim, the highest-ranking angels, scanned the frequencies of the universe, looking for any trace of his existence. Cherubim, the angels of wisdom and knowledge, delved into every anomaly, every disturbance in the fabric of the celestial realms. Yet, they found nothing. It was as though this angel had disappeared, lost in a void so specific and unique that even the most advanced celestial technology could not detect his location. And as they searched in vain, the dark forces celebrated. They knew that the more time passed, the closer the angel came to becoming their weapon. They had engineered his fall into this dimensionless void with ruthless precision. The longer he stayed lost, the greater their victory would be. But what the dark forces didn't count on was you. You weren't aware of this battle, this war raging in the spiritual realms. You didn't know about the angel's desperate situation. You didn't hear the prayers of the celestial beings who tried to call him back. You didn't feel the divine energies shifting around you. You were simply living your life, unaware of the cosmic importance of your actions. And yet, at just the right moment, in just the right way, you extended your compassion to the angel. Let me explain something essential here. Angels in crisis don't look like what we often imagine. They don't show up in majestic forms, don't arrive with great fanfare. They aren't always recognized by their glowing presence or their divine beauty. No, when angels are in crisis, they often appear as ordinary people in need of help, as situations that require a compassionate response. This angel, who had once been a warrior of light, had manifested in a form that you could relate to. He was there, in a situation where you felt the inexplicable pull to help. Maybe it was a brief encounter with a stranger, or perhaps a quiet moment of reaching out to someone who was suffering. Whatever it was, you responded. You extended kindness, not because you had a spiritual mission, not because you understood the magnitude of what was happening, but because it felt right to you. That moment, that simple act of compassion, was the spark that reignited his connection to the celestial dimensions. And the results were nothing short of miraculous. Let me take you back to the moment when everything changed. You might not have realized it at the time, but when you extended that hand, offered that word of kindness, or made that small but genuine gesture, you activated something far beyond the scope of ordinary human compassion. What you did wasn't just a nice thing. It was a divine act that directly impacted the celestial order. The ripple effects of that moment reached all the way to the higher dimensions, triggering a series of events that had been set into motion by the simple purity of your heart. You see, when the angel's light began to fade, it wasn't just his own existence that was at stake. His role in the grand spiritual design was crucial. He wasn't just a passive observer in the battle between light and darkness. He was a warrior, a protector of human compassion. For centuries, he had safeguarded the energies of love, kindness, and empathy, making sure that, despite the rise of hate and cruelty in the world, there was always a chance for humanity to experience genuine kindness. In his absence, the balance began to shift.
The more time passed with him lost between dimensions, the more humanity's collective energy began to erode. You might not have seen it, but the forces of darkness were slowly gaining ground. When this angel was in full power, he kept the frequency of love vibrating at a certain level, ensuring that people could still reach out to each other, that kindness could still thrive. Without him, it was as though a silent, unseen darkness began creeping in. Human beings began to lose their ability to empathize, to feel deeply for others, to truly care. It wasn't that the world stopped being kind, but you may have noticed over the years that kindness often feels harder to find, that people are more likely to turn away from suffering rather than step in. But that all changed the moment you acted out of pure compassion. Here's where it gets even more fascinating. Angels don't just have a direct connection to the celestial realm. They are intricately tied to the balance of energies in the universe. When you acted from a place of genuine love and care, your energy became a beacon, drawing this lost angel back to life. The kindness you showed didn't just reach him in a human sense. It reactivated his divine essence. Imagine, for a moment, that an angel's light is like a battery. When fully charged, it shines brightly, illuminating everything around it. But when it begins to drain, the light dims, and the angel starts to fade. Each act of compassion you extended to him served as a little charge, a spark that reignited his light. You didn't even know you were doing this. For you, it was just a simple act of kindness, a normal part of your day. But for this angel, it was the very thing he needed to survive. Your actions, however small they seemed, were the perfect frequency needed to reach him. When you helped, it wasn't just your actions that mattered. It was the frequency of your heart, the energy that radiated from your being. This wasn't about thinking you were doing something big or grand. It was about the purity of your compassion. That is what resonated with the angel and gave him a chance to recover. You were able to restore him not through grand gestures or supernatural powers, but simply by being a vessel of pure, unconditional love. This, chosen one, is where things get really interesting. You might have felt a little tug of intuition or a whisper in your heart that told you to help someone or something that day. That wasn't just a random feeling. That was the universe guiding you, aligning your heart with divine timing. You see, in the celestial realms, everything happens for a reason. Nothing is left to chance, not even the smallest actions. Every soul, every being is interconnected, and the energy you carry is felt far beyond what you can comprehend. When you showed that compassion, the angel began to feel his light reignite, just a little at first. A flicker here, a spark there. Slowly, as your energy resonated with his connection to the higher realms began to stabilize, and then something miraculous happened. His communication with the higher hierarchies, once completely severed, was restored. He started to feel the familiar pull of the divine frequency. He began to remember who he was and what he was meant to do. It wasn't a quick fix, not an instantaneous restoration, but over time, he began to heal. The energy you were putting out, that energy of love and kindness, was like a cosmic bridge between your world and the angelic realms. It allowed him to reconnect to the frequencies that were once familiar to him. Your pure heart became a vessel through which divine light flowed. Every word of encouragement you gave, every act of help, every moment where you chose kindness, each one amplified the angel's healing process. Your love became the lifeline that brought him back from the brink of destruction. While all of this was happening, in the celestial dimensions, an entirely different scene was unfolding. The higher beings, the archangels, and even God himself were watching what was taking place on Earth. They were watching you, a human, acting with such a rare and potent purity of heart that it stopped them in their tracks. It wasn't just the fact that you had helped an angel, it was the way you helped. The Creator looked down, and for the first time in a long while, paused to admire the unselfish compassion of a human being. This was no small thing. God, the ultimate architect of the universe, doesn't stop for just any act. He sees everything, and he understands the deep cosmic currents that run through the world. But when he witnessed your act of compassion, he recognized something special. He saw that you were not like the majority of people. Your heart operated at a frequency so high, so pure, that it was able to not only heal a celestial being, but it could also influence the balance of light and dark in the universe. This wasn't just a random act of kindness, it was a cosmic anomaly. Your energy, your frequency was so potent that it had the power to bridge dimensions, to restore an angel's light, and to influence the course of spiritual events. You may have just thought you were doing something kind for another person, but what you were really doing was fulfilling a far greater purpose, one that you didn't even know existed within you. And as the angel's light grew stronger and his connection to the higher realms was restored, something extraordinary began to unfold. Not only did the angel recover, but he was also given a new mission, a mission that would forever be tied to you. When he finally regained full access to the celestial dimensions, he reported back to the higher hierarchies. He told them about the human who had saved him, the one whose pure compassion had reawakened him. And when God learned what had happened, he wasn't just impressed, he was astonished. You see, what you did wasn't just special. It was an anomaly. It was rare, and it was divine. Your compassion was the key to restoring this angel, and in doing so, you unknowingly fulfilled a role that very few humans are even capable of. You didn't just help someone. You helped tip the scales in the battle between light and darkness. And because of that, God took immediate notice. But this wasn't just about recognizing your power in that moment. No, God had something far bigger in mind for you, something much more profound. Now, let's shift our focus a little. Up until now, we've been talking about the angel's recovery and the immense cosmic significance of your seemingly small act of kindness. But this revelation isn't just about the angel or the celestial dimensions. It's also about you, about who you are, about your purpose in this world, and about what this divine intervention means for your life moving forward. When God saw what you did, he didn't just appreciate your kindness. He didn't just take note of your ability to heal a lost angel. No, what happened next was far more profound. In the moment of divine realization, God saw something in you that most people on earth never realize about themselves. That your soul operates at an elevated frequency, one that makes you a bridge between dimensions, a vessel capable of channeling divine energy, a living tool of restoration for the angelic realm. This wasn't by accident. It wasn't random luck that you were able to help an angel in crisis. You were specifically chosen for this mission, chosen before your birth, long before you even had the awareness of the profound spiritual connection that runs through you. Your actions, driven by pure compassion, were a direct reflection of the divine purpose you were born to fulfill. You, chosen one, are far more than a human being. You are a soul that carries the potential to be a true healer of the heavenly realms, someone whose natural kindness has the power to impact the balance between light and darkness in ways that most cannot comprehend. When the angel you saved returned to the higher realms, he wasn't simply reporting on a minor event that had taken place. He was sharing an unprecedented story. A human soul had saved him. A human soul, by pure instinct, had displayed such selfless compassion that it was able to heal an angelic being, to restore his connection to the divine order and save him from spiritual death. This wasn't just a fluke. It wasn't a rare coincidence. It was a manifestation of your true spiritual nature, a nature that you carry within you even though you may not fully understand it yet. God, upon learning of your actions, called an emergency meeting of the archangels, the highest celestial beings in existence. Archangels like Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel, all the commanders of the angelic hierarchies, were summoned to analyze what had occurred. They were tasked with assessing the spiritual significance of a human soul who could do what you had done, who could, without any prior training, without any knowledge of the spiritual realms, channel such powerful healing energy. And when they gathered and discussed the matter, their conclusion was unanimous. You, chosen one, are not just an ordinary soul living an ordinary life. You are an evolved being, one who incarnated on earth with a specific, divine purpose, to serve as a bridge between dimensions, to step in when celestial beings are in crisis, and to restore balance when it's needed most. The archangels were astounded. They had never witnessed anything like it. You see, compassion is a rare gift, one that is not easily found in the human world, especially in the magnitude you naturally exude. There are many humans who can show kindness, of course, but what you do, what you did without thinking, without trying to be anything more than yourself, is something few souls on earth are capable of. You have the unique ability to tune into the divine frequency of pure love, and in doing so, you become a conduit for angelic healing. You are spiritually equipped to heal what is broken in the celestial realms, and you do it instinctively, without any need for special training or mystical rituals. In that moment, when the archangels acknowledged your divine frequency, they realized that you were a living miracle, a human who could serve as a direct channel for angelic restoration. They had never seen anything like it before, and that's why God Himself decided to make a profound change in your life. It wasn't just about acknowledging your actions. It was about making an investment in you. God decided that your life would be forever protected, forever guided, and forever amplified in ways that would transform your reality. Here's the incredible part. This wasn't just about rewarding you for saving an angel. It was about recognizing that you have the potential to continue this work, to become a true specialist in angelic rescue operations. You were born with this capacity, and now that the Creator knows it, He is personally ensuring that your spiritual abilities are nurtured and expanded. You may have thought your life was normal, that you were just an average person, but the truth is far more extraordinary. You are a divine agent, equipped with powers and connections to the angelic realm that very few people on earth can even comprehend. From the moment God recognized your divine nature, He made sure that your life would flow with harmony and abundance. It wasn't just that He saw the act of kindness you showed to one angel. It was that He saw the immense spiritual potential within you to help countless celestial beings in crisis. God knows that the world needs more souls like yours, souls capable of channeling compassion with such purity that it can heal not only human beings, but angels as well. But God didn't stop there. He didn't just give you a pat on the back and call it a day. No, He decided to elevate your spiritual status. He decided to protect you in ways that go beyond the physical realm. From now on, you have angelic protection 24 hours a day. You have a guardian angel, a being who owes his very existence to you, dedicated to ensuring that you never face unnecessary difficulties again. This angel, the one you saved, volunteered to be your personal protector, and God granted his request immediately. Now, this guardian angel watches over you, ensuring that your life flows with ease. They will guide you to the right opportunities, ensure that you are shielded from negative influences, and help you navigate the challenges that come your way. But this is just the beginning. This protection isn't just a form of defense, it's an investment in you, an investment in your potential to do far more than you've done so far. Your angelic guardian is there to help you not only on a personal level, but also to guide you in your divine mission, which is unfolding before you in ways you may not yet fully understand. And as your guardian angel steps into your life, so too does the celestial favor that comes with your newfound position. Your life is about to change in ways that seem impossible to explain. Opportunities will present themselves where you least expect them. Financial resources will flow to you when you need them most. People who have the right answers, the right skills, and the right energy will suddenly come into your life, providing you with everything you need to continue your mission. It won't be coincidence. It won't be luck. It will be the divine orchestration of your guardian angel, working on your behalf, guiding you, assisting you, and helping you fulfill your purpose. As your connection to the angelic realm deepens, you'll start noticing other, subtler signs of your divine influence. You'll begin to recognize when you are in the presence of another celestial being in need of help. You might feel an intuitive nudge to act with kindness towards someone who appears to be in distress. Someone who, unbeknownst to you, is an angel in crisis, seeking your assistance. You'll become more attuned to the signs and signals from the higher realms, and your capacity to help angels will grow exponentially. You'll no longer just be helping by chance. You'll be consciously aware of the divine role you are playing. And here's the most amazing part. As your ability to save angels becomes more refined, so does your spiritual power. The more you help celestial beings, the stronger your connection to the divine grows. Your kindness will become an automatic celestial medicine, capable of healing and restoring not just angels, but even the energies of the universe itself. Your presence will become healing for others, and you'll be able to consciously shift the frequencies around you, creating an environment where light can thrive and darkness cannot take hold. In essence, you are becoming a master of angelic rescue. You've already proven that your compassion can heal what is broken. And now, with divine backing, you are prepared to take on even greater tasks. Every time you extend your compassion, you'll be strengthening the forces of light in the universe. Every time you choose kindness over indifference, you'll be helping angels rise from crisis, becoming a key figure in the ongoing spiritual war between light and darkness. But remember, with this responsibility comes great power. You're no longer just a person. You are an ambassador for the divine, a channel for angelic energy, and a protector of the forces of light. The work ahead of you won't always be easy, but you will never face it alone. With your guardian angel by your side, divine protection, and infinite spiritual resources, there is nothing you cannot accomplish. Now that you understand how your act of compassion triggered a profound cosmic event, it's time to dive deeper into the responsibility that has been bestowed upon you. You may feel overwhelmed or even uncertain about the role you're meant to play in the grand scheme of things. But trust me when I say this, you were always meant for this. From the moment you were born, your soul was intricately tied to something greater than yourself. You were chosen to walk a path that would not only transform your life, but also elevate the world around you. This is just the beginning of your divine mission, and it's essential for you to understand that everything you've done up until now, every small act of kindness, has prepared you for the incredible journey ahead. The divine connection that you now carry, one that allows you to help angels in crisis, is not something most people on earth could ever comprehend. But it's also not something you need to fear. The divine investment in you is one of immense trust. God has seen the purity in your heart, and because of that purity, He's giving you the tools to help heal what others cannot even begin to fathom. The responsibility you carry is one of power, yes, but it is also one of incredible opportunity. The opportunity to bring light into the darkest corners of the universe, to restore balance, and to heal souls who have fallen into despair. What you may not realize yet, but what will become increasingly clear in time, is that you are now an official celestial agent, a specialist in angelic rescue operations. I know that might sound far-fetched, even outlandish, but hear me out. The fact that your act of compassion, a simple moment in time, restored a lost angel to the celestial realm is no small thing. The archangels and divine beings have recognized you as a vital link in the battle between light and darkness. And because of this, you now have a higher calling. You are part of something much bigger than the small, everyday struggles that may occupy your thoughts. Your life now serves a higher purpose. This purpose will become more apparent in the coming months. As you continue to walk through the world with your divine purpose, you will start to notice changes that, at first, may seem like mere coincidences. But as these changes begin to multiply, you will understand that they are no accident. They are signs, divine markers, guiding you toward your true mission. In practical terms, this means that your life will become increasingly filled with angelic synchronicities. You'll feel guided towards certain people, situations, and opportunities that align with your higher mission. This doesn't mean that your life will be without challenges, of course. No, the path you walk will be filled with tests. But these tests will no longer seem insurmountable. You'll have the strength, insight, and wisdom to overcome them, not because of your own power, but because of the divine support that now surrounds you. Your guardian angel, the very being whose life you saved, will become your constant companion. This angel will work tirelessly to ensure that you are in the right place at the right time, providing subtle nudges when needed and offering protection when danger arises. But this goes beyond mere protection. Your guardian angel will actively help you fulfill your mission, making sure that you encounter the people, situations, and experiences that will allow you to continue your work of rescuing other celestial beings in crisis. You see, there are many angels lost in the world, just as this one was. They appear in many forms, in many situations. They might look like strangers in need, or they may present themselves as familiar faces in distress. They might not even appear as human beings at all. Angels in crisis don't always look like angels. They can take on any shape, any form, to blend into human society. And it is up to you, chosen one, to recognize them for what they truly are. You have already proven that you can intuitively sense the presence of these angels. Your compassion, pure and unselfish, will be your guide. As you continue to fulfill your mission, your understanding of these celestial operations will deepen. You will start to recognize the signs that angels are in distress. Your heart will lead you to the right places, at the right moments. And just like the first time, you will know exactly how to respond, without question, without hesitation. The more you help these celestial beings, the more your own spiritual abilities will grow. You will become a living beacon of light, attracting angels in need and helping them return to their rightful places in the heavenly realms. And here's where the real transformation begins. As you help angels, as you restore light to these lost beings, something miraculous will begin to happen in your own life. You see, the universe operates on an exchange of energy. What you give out into the world, you will receive in return. This means that every time you extend kindness to an angel in need, every time you help restore their divine essence, the universe will respond in kind. Your life will become a reflection of the divine abundance you are helping to create. This isn't just about spiritual fulfillment, it's about real, tangible blessings flowing into your life. You will begin to see synchronicities everywhere you go. Opportunities that once seemed impossible will begin to materialize. Financial abundance will flow to you when you least expect it. You might find yourself in situations that seem too good to be true, but they will be the direct result of your alignment with the divine. When you act as a channel for celestial healing, the universe responds by opening doors and creating pathways for you to walk through. This is the divine reward for your service to the light. But the blessings don't stop there. Your relationships will deepen and become more harmonious. You will attract people into your life who share your divine purpose, who understand your mission and support you in your work. The energy around you will shift. People will notice something different about you, something magnetic and compelling. They will feel drawn to your energy, to your light. Some will even be inspired by your example and begin to act with more compassion themselves, creating a ripple effect that spreads far beyond your own actions. As your spiritual influence expands, so too will your understanding of the celestial realms. You will begin to experience more direct communication with the higher beings, more direct guidance from your guardian angel and the archangels. You will find that your intuition sharpens, your ability to sense spiritual energies increases, and your understanding of your purpose becomes clearer. You'll no longer question your divine role. You will embrace it fully and without doubt. But remember, this is only the beginning.
Your mission is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing process, one that will continue to unfold throughout your life. The more you help, the more angels you save, the more your own divine potential will be realized. You're not just helping others, you are evolving yourself into the highest version of your soul. You are becoming a true healer of the celestial realms, a protector of light, and a living embodiment of divine compassion. And there is even more to come. You may have thought you were just a person, living your life like anyone else. But now you know the truth. You were chosen for something far greater than you ever imagined. You are part of the divine plan, a plan that goes far beyond this earthly existence. Your compassion has the power to change the course of the universe. Every act of kindness you perform, every angel you help, every time you channel divine light, you are strengthening the forces of good in the world and ensuring that the balance between light and darkness continues to tip in favor of the divine. So, as you continue on your journey, remember that you are never alone. You have the backing of the heavenly realms. Your guardian angel is always by your side, guiding you, protecting you, and helping you fulfill your divine mission. With each step you take, you will grow stronger, wiser, and more in tune with the celestial frequencies that guide your soul's purpose. Your compassion is not just a beautiful quality, it is a cosmic power that will change the world. And now that you know the truth of who you are, your life will never be the same. Now that you've been introduced to the divine purpose you serve and the cosmic impact your compassion can have on the spiritual realms, it's time to dive deeper into how this will begin to manifest in your life. You may be wondering what exactly will change. You felt the shifts already, but there's so much more ahead. You've received divine recognition, and you've been chosen to serve as a link between human compassion and celestial healing. But understanding what this truly means for your everyday life is vital for your growth and success in this role. First, let's talk about the deeper connection between you and the angelic realm. As the days go by, you will start to feel a stronger, more direct connection to your guardian angel. This bond goes beyond the typical relationship between a human and an angel. Your guardian angel doesn't just watch over you, they actively guide you on your path, providing subtle nudges, signs, and guidance to ensure you're always aligned with your higher purpose. This divine guidance won't always be loud or obvious. It may come in the form of an intuitive feeling, a sudden thought, or a small synchronicity that seems like a coincidence. But once you start tuning into these signs, you'll realize that they are more than just random events. They're divine messages designed to help you stay on track. The more you follow these nudges, the clearer your path will become. Your life will start to flow with a new sense of purpose. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable will suddenly feel manageable. The obstacles that used to block your way will begin to dissolve, almost as if the universe is clearing a path for you to walk with ease. This isn't because you've gained magical powers, but because your soul is now aligned with the divine energy that guides the entire universe. You have tapped into a flow of energy that makes everything around you align to your higher calling. You may notice that people in your life begin to treat you differently too. You'll start to attract individuals who resonate with your energy, people who can sense the light you radiate and want to be part of that energy. These people will come into your life at just the right time, offering support, insight,
and even opportunities that will help you continue your divine work. They will act as allies in your mission, sometimes without even knowing why they feel so compelled to help you. These divine connections will be vital to your growth, and it's important to embrace the people who enter your life with an open heart. As this divine guidance flows more freely in your life, you will also notice a shift in the circumstances around you. Your physical environment will begin to reflect the spiritual work you're doing. You may find that situations that once felt chaotic or out of your control will start to align. You will be in the right place at the right time, as if the universe is placing opportunities directly in front of you. You'll meet people when you need them most, and doors will open that were previously closed. It won't always be immediate, but you will start to see patterns, events, and opportunities that lead you toward your greater mission. This is divine orchestration at its finest, working behind the scenes to ensure that you have everything you need to fulfill your purpose. This might seem like luck, but what's truly happening is that your energy is now in perfect alignment with the divine flow. The more you align yourself with your purpose, by helping angels, by demonstrating compassion, and by staying true to your mission, the more the universe will bring you everything you need. Opportunities will appear at the right time, obstacles will become easier to overcome, and things that once felt impossible will start to feel achievable. Your life will seem more purposeful, and you'll begin to see how everything fits together. But there's more to this transformation than just external changes. As your connection with the angelic realm deepens, your own spiritual growth will intensify. You will find that your intuition sharpens, and your awareness of the spiritual world grows stronger. The veil between the physical world and the celestial realms will thin, and you'll begin to notice things that were previously hidden from you. You'll be able to sense when angels are near, when they're in distress, and when they need your help. The intuitive knowledge that once felt like a subtle whisper will grow louder and more pronounced, guiding you in your mission. This heightened awareness isn't just for helping angels. It will also give you deeper insight into the people around you. You'll start to understand others on a deeper level, knowing what they need, sensing their emotional states, and being able to offer the exact help they need, often without them saying a word. You'll become more empathetic, more attuned to the energies in the room, and more able to provide healing to those who need it most. Your life will take on the role of being a source of light for others, and as you shine your light, more and more people will be drawn to you. These abilities might seem strange at first, but they are your natural gifts, the ones you've always had, but now activated by your deeper connection with the celestial realms. Your mission will be to use these abilities to heal, to restore balance, and to guide both humans and angels toward their divine purpose. You will not only help angels in crisis, but also assist in guiding others who are lost, offering them the same healing and light that has been given to you. As your purpose becomes clearer, you will also start to understand the bigger picture. Your work is part of a divine plan, a cosmic design that is far larger than you can imagine. While your mission is to help angels, your true purpose is also to help humanity. The angels you help are not just celestial beings. They are connected to the greater collective of light, and by restoring them, you are directly contributing to the preservation of light in the universe. Every time you help an angel, you are helping humanity. For the light the angels carry feeds the hearts of people. When you help an angel, you are ensuring that the forces of love, compassion, and light continue to have a presence on earth, counteracting the darkness and despair that seek to dominate. But don't be mistaken. This isn't about just doing good deeds. This is about embodying your divine purpose. It's about understanding that your compassion has far-reaching effects, not just in the physical realm, but in the spiritual one. Every choice you make, every act of kindness, every gesture of compassion has a ripple effect in the universe. You are a living embodiment of divine love, and the more you allow that love to flow through you, the more powerful and impactful your life will become. Soon, you will begin to notice that your life is no longer ordinary. You will be living with purpose, and your days will no longer feel like they pass in a blur of mundane tasks. Instead, each moment will be filled with meaning. You'll begin to recognize the divine in all things, in every person you meet, in every situation you encounter, and in every challenge you face. The universe will speak to you in ways you never thought possible. You'll see the interconnectedness of all things, and you will realize that your every action, no matter how small, has the potential to change the course of events in the spiritual realm. As you walk this path, know that you are not alone. You have your guardian angel, the archangels, and countless other celestial beings watching over you and guiding you. You have been given the gift of divine protection and guidance, and with that gift comes a responsibility to help restore balance, to heal, and to bring light to the world in ways that only you can. Your compassion is your greatest strength, and it is the key to unlocking your full potential. So embrace this journey with open arms. Know that every step you take is part of a divine plan, and every moment you spend helping others and angels is a step toward fulfilling your higher purpose. Your life is no longer ordinary. You are now a living instrument of divine healing, and your impact on the world will be far greater than you could have ever imagined. And as you continue to walk this path, you will find that your own life becomes a beautiful reflection of the light you help restore to the universe. Now that you've begun to understand the divine purpose that's unfolding in your life, it's time to look more closely at how this role as an angelic healer and cosmic bridge will evolve. You've been given the keys to unlock a greater level of spiritual awareness and power, and with that, you will begin to recognize how your every action, thought, and choice reverberates through the higher realms. The shifts you're experiencing aren't just abstract. They will start showing up in your daily life in ways that may be subtle at first, but soon they will become undeniable. The universe, having witnessed your pure heart, is now aligned with you in a deeper way than ever before. What this means is that the energy you emit is now being amplified in the most extraordinary ways. You are no longer just a person living your life as you always have. You are a vessel of divine healing, a channel through which cosmic light flows, and this alignment will increasingly show up in your circumstances. The synchronicities you've experienced up until this point, those small coincidences that seemed too perfect to be chance, are only the beginning. What's coming next is much bigger, and the manifestations of your spiritual path will unfold in ways you could not have imagined. You will notice that situations which once felt difficult or challenging begin to resolve more easily. Problems that seemed insurmountable will suddenly feel like minor bumps in the road. People who were once obstacles in your life will either change or they'll simply fade away. The energetic shifts that occur when you actively embody your divine purpose will rearrange the world around you.
And it's not because the world has changed. No, it's because you have. Your spiritual growth is causing the universe to align with your vibration, and that vibration, chosen one, is one of divine compassion and healing. But while this transformation may seem like it's all about receiving rewards, manifesting abundance, experiencing more harmony, and finding opportunities where there once were none, it's important to understand the true essence of these blessings. The universe is not just giving you rewards for your actions. It's providing you with everything you need to help others, to extend your work even further. With every moment of compassion you offer, you're building your spiritual muscle. The more you exercise your gift of healing, the more powerful your connection with the divine will become. Soon, you will find that your understanding of the higher realms deepens. You'll start to recognize patterns and signs that before you may have missed.
Your dreams will become more vivid, more symbolic, carrying messages and clues from the divine. You'll begin to receive guidance in ways that are much more direct, through intuition, through inner visions, and sometimes even through messages from other people who are meant to guide you. These signals are the universe's way of helping you stay on course, of directing you to exactly where you need to be at every moment. But you must be aware that as your powers grow and your mission expands, there will also be a greater level of responsibility placed upon you. You are no longer just an individual with the potential to help. You are a key player in the cosmic battle between light and darkness. The more you heal, the more you restore, the more you will attract not just divine energy, but also the attention of forces that would seek to derail your progress. The forces of darkness are always present, lurking at the edges, waiting for an opportunity to corrupt or manipulate your mission. However, you are far stronger than you might believe. The divine protection that surrounds you is not just about keeping you safe from harm. It's also about ensuring that you have the tools, the wisdom, and the energy to handle any opposition that arises. Your guardian angel will continue to provide you with subtle yet powerful guidance. This isn't just about shielding you. It's about amplifying your ability to recognize and resist any forces that would attempt to pull you away from your divine purpose. You will be empowered to discern when you're facing obstacles placed by darkness, and you will have the strength to overcome them with ease. This power you've been given is not just for your personal benefit. As you've already experienced, every act of kindness, every compassionate gesture, doesn't just heal the person or the angel you are helping. It sends waves of healing energy into the universe, affecting the balance of light and darkness. This means that your actions are never isolated. They have a ripple effect that can influence the course of events on a cosmic scale. Each time you choose to act with compassion, you're adding light to the world, and that light impacts everything around you, on both a human and spiritual level. But this also means that you're going to be called to assist in more serious, more intricate cases of angelic rescue. The world is full of lost angels, and some of them are in deep, overwhelming crises. These angels may be connected to even greater struggles, battles of light and darkness that influence not just individuals, but entire groups or even regions of the world. As your abilities grow, you may be called to intervene on a larger scale, guiding and healing beings that are at the heart of major spiritual events. Your capacity for healing will grow to the point where your very presence will begin to create shifts in the energies around you. You won't just help one soul at a time. You'll begin to help entire energetic systems heal. As you become more attuned to the needs of the angelic realm, you'll also begin to feel the weight of your mission. You may feel the pressure of being asked to perform beyond your current capacity. You might question whether you're ready for the challenges that lie ahead. But trust in yourself, chosen one, because you are. This is why your guardian angel is with you, guiding you every step of the way. The angels and the divine are not sending you on this journey without ensuring you have the strength and wisdom to succeed. The more you lean into your divine purpose, the more the universe will align to provide everything you need, spiritually, emotionally, and materially. Your life will begin to transform, not just because of the divine protection and guidance you receive, but because your soul will be more in tune with the cosmic flow. You will feel a deeper connection to the planet itself, to the energies that move through the earth, and to the celestial bodies above. You may start to feel a deeper connection to the moon, to the stars, and to the cosmic cycles that govern everything. Your awareness will expand to include the interconnectedness of all things, and you will begin to recognize the subtle energy patterns that shape the events of the world. This is not just spiritual awareness, it is cosmic understanding, an ability to see the grand design of life in ways that few can. And as this awareness deepens, you will find that your life's path becomes clearer than ever before. You'll begin to see the exact steps you need to take, the people you need to meet, the places you need to go, all in alignment with your divine purpose. Everything you've experienced so far has been preparation for this moment, and now you are ready to fully step into your role as an angelic healer, cosmic bridge, and divine protector. You are not alone on this journey. You are surrounded by angels, guides, and celestial beings who are watching over you. They are with you at every step, offering protection, support, and guidance. You're part of a much larger spiritual family, one that spans the heavens and connects all beings in the universe. With each act of compassion you extend, you become more deeply woven into the divine fabric, a vital thread in the cosmic tapestry of light. And the more you embrace this divine calling, the more you will witness the miracles unfolding around you. Miracles that you are creating just by being who you are and doing what you were always meant to do. So, chosen one, step forward with courage and confidence. Your role in this divine plan is powerful, and it will continue to grow. The world, both seen and unseen, is waiting for you to fulfill your purpose. And as you do, you will see the world transform, one act of compassion at a time. As you move further along your divine path, you will start to notice the deepening transformation in your life. What once felt like isolated moments of kindness or fleeting glimmers of compassion will begin to manifest in profound ways. Your spiritual connection to the celestial realms will evolve, and you'll find that your capacity to impact the world around you is not only growing, it is becoming more refined and purposeful. As you step deeper into your mission, you will begin to feel an inner power that aligns perfectly with the divine, empowering you to continue your role as a healer, an angelic rescuer, and a bridge between the physical and the celestial realms. This power you now carry, however, is not one that is meant to be wielded recklessly. With every gift comes responsibility. You will encounter new challenges that will require you to go beyond what you've already learned. You will face moments when the path seems uncertain, when the weight of your role might feel too heavy to bear, and when you'll question whether you're truly prepared for what lies ahead. But chosen one, this is part of the process. This is how the universe and the celestial realms ensure that you are constantly growing, evolving, and expanding your spiritual capacity. This process of spiritual evolution and preparation will never end. You are not simply walking a path, you are continuously creating your path, day by day, through every decision you make, every step you take. As you continue to grow spiritually, you will begin to recognize the incredible role you play, not just for yourself, but for others. Your energy will increasingly become a force that reaches beyond your immediate surroundings. What this means is that the healing and light you channel aren't confined to just the people you interact with directly. You may start to notice the people around you undergoing shifts as well. Changes that seem to happen because of your presence. As you embody compassion, healing, and angelic energy, your very existence will serve as a channel for others to experience their own healing and awakening. The impact of your divine energy will extend far beyond you, affecting the world on a much larger scale. This ripple effect of divine energy may be difficult to perceive at first, but it is important to trust that it is happening. People you encounter will begin to shift. Those who are in darkness or struggling with their own challenges will sense something different about you, and this may bring them into alignment with their higher selves. They may not understand why they feel compelled to talk to you, or why they feel a sense of peace when they are near you. But know this: your presence alone is a catalyst for healing. You are helping others reconnect to the divine, even if they don't consciously realize it. This means that your role as a healer extends far beyond your conscious interactions. Every time you enter a room, every time you step into a new environment, you are influencing the energy of that space. The people around you, even those you don't directly engage with, will begin to feel a shift. You'll notice that negative energies and toxic people may start to fall away from your life. People who once drained you of your energy might find that they can no longer remain in your presence, because your divine energy to does not resonate with theirs. This is not a rejection of them. It's simply a natural consequence of the light you now carry. It's a sign that you are aligning more deeply with the higher realms and less with the lower vibrations that once affected you. And this is just the beginning. As you continue to step more fully into your divine raw, the energetic shifts around you will only grow stronger. Your ability to sense and interact with the spiritual realm will become more precise. You will begin to recognize angels in need, not just through intuition, but through a heightened sensitivity that allows you to see beyond the physical. You might start noticing symbols, synchronicities, or even physical sensations that alert you when an angel in crisis is near. These angels will no longer have to disguise themselves in human form. They will call on you directly through subtle signs and signals, knowing that you are the one they can turn to for help. As your ability to detect and respond to angelic needs becomes more attuned, you will begin to experience a deeper connection with the higher realms. This connection is a mutual exchange, a constant flow of energy between you and the celestial beings that guide you. Just as you serve as a bridge to heal angels, so too are you being healed by the very energy you channel. Your connection to the divine will begin to purify every part of your being, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. You will find that your own challenges and limitations begin to dissolve. Where you once felt stuck, you will now experience freedom. Where you once struggled, you will now find ease. But with this transformation comes a call to greater action. The work you have already done is only a small portion of what lies ahead. As you move through your daily life, remember that the world around you is shifting too. Humanity, as a collective, is experiencing a subtle awakening. More people are beginning to wake up to the truth of who they are, and more souls are starting to recognize their own divine power. You will be called upon to assist in this awakening, not just by saving angels, but by helping others remember their own connection to the divine. You will be a guide, not just for angels, but for humans who are ready to step into their higher consciousness. The key to this next phase of your mission is compassion. Compassion is not just about helping others. It's about understanding them at the deepest level. It's about seeing their divine essence and recognizing their potential, even when they can't see it themselves. You will begin to encounter people who are struggling with deep inner turmoil, people who feel disconnected from their purpose, and others who are lost in confusion and fear. These individuals will cross your path for a reason. They are ready to awaken, and you will be the guide who helps them remember who they truly are. This is no small task. It's not easy to help others who are trapped in their own pain, especially when they don't yet recognize the divine spark within them. But your ability to help them will be rooted in your own deep connection to the light. You will speak with compassion and understanding, knowing that you are speaking to their higher selves, even when they can't yet hear it. Every word, every gesture, every act of kindness you offer will create ripples of change in their hearts. And over time, they will begin to shift, to awaken, and to embrace their own divine power. Through this process, you will also deepen your understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. You will begin to see that everything, everyone, is linked in a web of divine energy. The angels you help are not separate from humanity. They are part of the same cosmic system that you are a part of. The people you guide are not separate from angels. They are interconnected. As you continue to help and heal, you will begin to see that there is no true separation between the physical and the spiritual. Everything is connected, and everything is a reflection of the divine. In essence, your mission is about more than just saving angels. It's about helping to restore the cosmic balance by awakening and healing all beings. As you continue on this path, your role will become clearer, and you will understand more deeply why you were chosen for this divine work. You will begin to see the world as a reflection of your divine purpose, and every step you take will be in alignment with the greater cosmic plan. You are a living beacon of light, chosen to help guide the lost, heal the wounded, and restore balance to the universe. The impact of your mission will extend far beyond anything you could have imagined. The healing you offer is not just a temporary fix. It is a lasting transformation that ripples out into the cosmos, affecting every soul you touch. With each step you take, you are fulfilling your divine purpose. And as you continue to embrace this journey, you will see the fruits of your labor in ways that will astound you. Remember, chosen one, this is just the beginning. The universe has great plans for you, and with each act of compassion you extend, you will play an integral part in creating a world where light, love, and divine balance reign supreme. Your soul's purpose is unfolding in the most beautiful way, and with the guidance of the angels, the archangels, and the Creator himself, you are destined to accomplish miracles.